We got to Lusaka. It was Lusaka Independence.
The Golden Girls' Olympic gold in the field hockey at the 1980 Olympics has only been bettered by Kirsty Coventry, who won 2 swim golds, 4 silvers and a bronze medal during the 2004 and 2008 Games in Athens and Beijing, respectively. But now, the girl power has fizzled out. The only women you'll see at the highest levels in sports are on the periphery.
The levels you will find them participating in mostly secretaries, literally secretary, not secretary general who is a decision maker, but a secretary.
Mguni is one of the most powerful figures in local sport, but her rise was an improbable one. Being asthmatic from birth, she tried to avoid any physical activity as a child. However, in middle school, like all other adolescents, she yearned to fit in and made a decision that set her on a journey that was to change her life forever.
I went for basketball trials. I don't even know why I did that, because I knew I'll probably be sick after running a little bit. And the teacher called me because apparently I was coordinated enough to do a layup in basketball. So she called me back, and it was just a matter of then managing my condition with medication. So that's where it all started.
Mguni developed a love affair for the game that was to see her play and coach throughout school and at club and national levels. An injury ahead of the 1995 All-Africa Games cut short her playing career, but opened the door to another opportunity, this time behind the desk. She was the Secretary General of the Basketball Union of Zimbabwe and then became Operations Manager of the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee. She left briefly for a job in the private sector, but remained a board member of the committee. In 2011, she landed her dream job.
What were my expectations then was to keep the ship going, because they kind of went through a sudden change. The challenge is obviously to move it forward, especially in its mandate, to go beyond just participating in sport. It's not just about the sport. It's got to be sport making a difference for human development.
She acknowledges there are areas that need to be addressed if Zimbabwe is going to improve on its modest medals haul.
We need to stop judging sport in Zimbabwe based on football results, based on football administrative challenges, because that is how sport in this country is judged. We need to look at it very, very holistically and say, where are the areas that we have the greatest potential, for example? Where can we make a difference in sport? And invest in that.
Ultimately, though, there'll always be one standard by which her tenure will be measured.
Do you think you've made a difference for women? Do you think you've inspired women, that you fought for women? You've raised the flag for women in this job?
I'll be honest with you, it hasn't been conscious. I don't go out there to make a statement. I go out there to serve and make sure if I can, I create opportunities for other women.
In recent years, some local sports associations have suffered from mismanagement, infighting, and have borne the brunt of an economic crisis that has left many of them in dire straits. In the midst of all of that, though, there is one body, the umbrella body for them all, that has remained true and steady on its course. It's been said that to run a tight ship, one requires a cool head. Anna Mguni is behind the wheel on this ship, and she's proving a capable skipper. Farangwa Kutuya, CCTV, Harare, Zimbabwe.